Welcome, generals and strategists, to our deep dive into the Total War Warhammer series. The best real-time strategy game ever made, the game that keeps evolving, the game that keeps on giving. Whether you're a seasoned veteran commanding legions across the old world, or a newcomer eager to delve into the rich tapestry of the Warhammer fantasy universe, this video is your comprehensive guide to one of the most celebrated strategy game trilogies of our time. We'll explore the epic battles, diverse factions, and intricate lore that makes this series a must-play for strategy enthusiasts and fantasy fans alike. So, prepare your armies, master your magic, and join us as we journey through the realms of Total War Warhammer. Firstly, it is important we explore the fascinating and expansive universe of Warhammer Fantasy, the setting that provides the rich backdrop for our epic battles in the Total War Warhammer series. Warhammer Fantasy is a world of high stakes and dark intrigue, where ancient magics and powerful gods shape the destinies of countless races and civilizations. At its core, Warhammer Fantasy is a tale of conflict and survival, set in a world that mirrors our own, but is teeming with fantastical elements. The old world, reminiscent of medieval Europe, is a land of towering mountains, deep forests, and sprawling cities. It's inhabited by a wide array of races, each with its unique culture, history, and worldview. We have the noble empire with its gunpowder weapons and disciplined soldiers, standing as a bulwark against chaos. The dwarves, master of craftsmanship and engineering, reside in the mountain strongholds, ever watchful on their ancient foes. The elves, divided into the high elves, dark elves and wood elves, each bring their distinct philosophies and magics to the fore. Meanwhile, the savage greenskins and the undead legions of the vampire counts seek to spread destruction and darkness across the land. Beyond this, however, lies the greatest threat of all. The forces of chaos loom at large, with the terrifying demons and corrupted warriors constantly seeking to plunge the world into ruin. This dynamic and perilous world is brought to life with rich lore, intricate politics, and constant warfare, making it an endlessly engaging setting for a video game like we've never seen before. Now that we covered the setting for the series, let's delve into the game series itself. So the journey began with Total War Warhammer 1 that released in 2016. This marked a significant departure from the historical setting that Total War series was known for. The game introduced players to the Warhammer Fantasy universe, which we covered earlier, a world filled with diverse factions, powerful magic, and mythical creatures. The game featured four main factions, which was the Empire, Dwarves, Greenskins, and Vampire Counts, each with unique units, mechanics, and lore. However, the key innovation was the introduction of magic as a battlefield force, which added a new strategic layer, allowing players to cast devastating spells that could turn the tide of battle. Fast forward to 2017, enter the world of Total War Warhammer 2. This expanded the series once again with a new map set in the New World. This included the lush jungles of Lustria to the arid deserts of Nagaroth. This installment introduced four new factions: High Elves, Dark Elves, Lizardmen, and Skaven, each with intricate mechanics and lore. Another major innovation in this game was the Vortex campaign, a narrative-driven mode where factions compete to control a powerful magical vortex. This added a new level of urgency and competition to the game. However, having a campaign in an RTS game was not exactly groundbreaking or unheard of. However, what Creative Assembly did next was unheard of. They introduced ImmortalEmpires campaign. This combined the maps and factions of both the first and second games into one massive interconnected world. This mode offered players an unparalleled sandbox experience, allowed them to play with a vast array of factions and explore the complex geopolitical landscape of the Warhammer world. Fast forward 5 years later, Total War Warhammer 3 was released in 2022. This brought the trilogy to an epic conclusion. The game expanded the world further, introducing the lands of Kislev, Grand Cathay, and the Chaos Waste. It also introduced the demonic factions aligned with the Chaos Gods: Khorne, Nurgle, Slaanesh, and Tzeentch, each with their unique aesthetics and gameplay mechanics. Now, right when we thought, how can a game on such a good trajectory get things wrong? And get it very wrong they did. So when the game released on February 2022, it came with the Realm of Chaos, which is the native campaign, and this was received so poorly, the concurrent players plummeted, streamers dropped the game, and it caused massive stir in the community. However, fast forward to August 2022, things started picking up for Warhammer 3, as they released the Immortal Empires. This was the most ambitious RTS project ever undertaken, as it merged all three games together and gave us unprecedented access to scope and also legendary lords, currently sitting at over 90 legendary lords, which is absolutely humongous. So many hours of content packed in one game. And as of February 2023, Immortal Empires is now accessible to all Warhammer 3 owners, which means the barrier to entry is no longer as significant as it used to be. Now, as you can imagine, 3 games have a lot of content, but they also cost a lot of money. So the barrier to entry for new entrants was quite steep unless you were lucky enough to pick up the games on sale. Now, however, by owning Warhammer 3, you'll be able to access Immortal Empires, albeit you'll only have few selected legendary lords to pick from. Now that the housekeeping is out of the way, let's talk about the game in its current state. You currently have 3 game modes to choose from, all with its own sub-game modes below that. So battles, for example, you can do quest battles, skirmish, you can also watch replays, or you can do the sandbox mode called the Mirror of Madness, where you can tweak all aspects of battle. In addition, you currently have the multiplayer options, and of course, the most coveted mode, which is the campaign. Once you enter the campaign, you'll be presented 3 options. The Lost God, which is the prologue. It's a tale of a prince who fell to chaos. The Realms of Chaos, which was the original campaign. And Immortal Empires, which is perhaps the most famous mode that everyone plays at the moment. So once you select the mode that you would like to play, you'll be then given the option to choose one of the legendary lords. With currently 90 legendary lords in the game, the choice is very, very vast. In addition, each legendary lord plays significantly different from its counterparts. For example, beastmen have their own unique mechanics individually and as a race. Also the Empire, you have separate legendary lords there, and same goes for all these other races. Not only these races are very diverse and they play very different from each other, their legendary lords are also very diverse in terms of gameplay mechanics. So for example, if we go to the Warriors of Chaos, you'll find that each lord has their own spec tree, campaign tree, and also campaign mechanics. Given the sheer size of the game and the scope that it covers, it may feel intimidating to new players, but don't worry, you can learn this game at your own pace. Once you've selected the legendary lord that you like, you can then go to the settings menu when you'll be given 2 options: campaign difficulty and battle difficulty. So regardless whether you're familiar with Total War games or Total War Warhammer games in general, you'll be able to tweak the campaign difficulty and the battle difficulty. So campaign difficulty will range from easy to legendary, and battle difficulty will range from easy to very hard. We'll get to these in a second. Next up, you'll also be able to enable or disable scenarios, sea lanes, and so on, which will further tailor this experience to you. So you've picked your legendary lord, you've set your settings on the mode that you liked. Now it's time to begin the game. And like other games in the Total War series, gameplay is split between 2 main modes, the campaign map and the real-time battles. Each of these plays a crucial role in the overall strategy and enjoyment of the game. Here's how they differ. So we'll cover the campaign map first. So this is a turn-based strategy, and it's divided to global strategy, resource management, diplomacy, army recruitment, and movement. So global strategy, the campaign map is where the strategic management of your empires takes place. It is turn-based, meaning you take your time to make decisions about building, diplomacy, economy, and troop movement without immediate pressure. Then we move into the resource management. On the campaign map, you manage the economic aspects of your empire. This includes constructing business, managing taxes, trading, and ensuring your cities and provinces are well supplied and defended. Then we move on to diplomacy. So diplomatic relations are conducted on the campaign map. You can form alliances, declare war, negotiate trade agreements, and interact with other factions to advance your strategic goals. And the most important aspect is army recruitment and movement. You raise and organize armies, assign generals, and move them across the map to position them for attack or defense. This movement is grid-based and limited per turn, based on the army's movement points. Exploration and conquest is pretty cool as well. You explore unknown regions, conquer new territories, and sometimes engage in special campaign missions or quests which are unique to your faction. Now that we've covered the campaign map mechanics, time to discuss the real-time battles. So this is tactical combat. When the army is engaged on the campaign map, you'll have the option to fight battles in real time. This is where you control your troops directly on the battlefield. You have unit control, where you command individual units or group formations of units, maneuvering them tactically to get advantage over the enemy through positioning, flanking, and the use of terrain. These units will also have special abilities, like the units and heroes themselves can use these special abilities during battles, which can include powerful attacks, defensive maneuvers, or magical spells depending on the unit's capabilities. This will rely on immediate decision making. Unlike the strategic decisions on the campaign map, battles require quick thinking and rapid decisions to respond to the dynamic conditions of the battlefield. Now, let's discuss the battlefield terrain. The layout of the land can greatly affect the outcome of battle. High ground, forests, rivers, and other elements can be used strategically to enhance the effectiveness of your troops or set up ambushes. In addition, each unit will perform differently based on terrain. For example, archers will outshine handgunners in rough terrains where there's no clear line of sight, whereas handgunners would perform much better against single entities and flat terrains. In addition to the open world battles in various terrains, there are also the siege/settlement battles. So as the name suggests, you'll either be defending sieges or you'll be the besieger. These battles, they play differently as you'll be capturing objective with obviously the idea to either exterminate the enemy or capture sufficient objectives until you win. Now that we've covered the battle and campaign mechanics, let's talk about the factions themselves. First up, we have the Empire. Their strength lies in versatility in units, strong artillery, cavalry, powerful magic, with diversity in access to multiple laws of magic. Their playstyle is balanced, as we said, with a focus on state troops supported by powerful artillery and magic. Second, we have the Dwarves. Their strength lies in exceptionally strong defense, superior artillery, and sturdy infantry. Lack of magic is compensated by powerful technology and runes. Their playstyle is defensive, focusing on holding positions and outlasting enemies with superior firepower and tough units. Thirdly, we have the Greenskins, who are complete opposites to the Dwarves. Their strength lies in numerical superiority, powerful monsters, and strong melee shock troops. They thrive in chaos and benefit from the war mechanic, boosting their combat abilities. Their playstyle is aggressive and disorderly, aiming to overwhelm opponents with numbers and ferocity. Next up is the Vampire Counts. Their strengths lie in powerful heroes and regenerative units. Excellent at spreading corruption, it can raise dead units during battle. Their playstyle relies heavily on heroes and supernatural units, using attrition warfare supplemented by necromancy. At number 5, we have the High Elves. Their strengths, however, are in high quality units with excellent ranged options, strong magic, and powerful dragons. They also have strong economic bonuses and naval prowess. Their playstyle is strategic and defensive, utilizing superior unit quality and strong economics to outlast the opponents. At number 6 is the Dark Elves. Their strength are ruthless slavers with powerful offensive units, excellent crossbowmen, and devastating magic. They gain bonuses from enslaving enemies and have powerful naval units. Their playstyle is more offensive, relying on powerful attacks and benefiting from suffering of the enemies. At number 7, we have the Skaven. Their strength lies in numerous foes with focus on overwhelming enemies with swarms of units, complemented by devastating war machines and unpredictable magic. Their playstyle is also unconventional and sneaky, using numbers and technology to outsmart and overpower opponents. At number 8, we have the Lizardmen. Their strength is robust and powerful melee units, mighty dinosaurs, and strong magic. They have a unique spawning mechanic to quickly bolster their ranks. Their playstyle is straightforward and brutal, using the physical prowess and magical abilities to crush the opposition. At number 9, we have Chaos, Warriors of Chaos, Demons of Chaos, and so on. Their strengths is extremely powerful warriors, strong monsters, and devastating magic. They spread corruption and can dramatically alter the geography of the campaign map. Their playstyle is highly aggressive and destructive, focusing on annihilation and chaos spread. At number 10, we have Bretonnia. Their strengths lie in exceptional cavalry, strong chivalric values, which provide various bonuses and a focus on honor and quests. Their playstyle is cavalry focused, using charges and valiant knights to achieve victory, supported by vows and quests for additional bonuses. At number 11, we have the Tomb Kings. Their strength is in units that do not cost upkeep, instead limited by unit caps that can be increased through buildings and tech, powerful constructs and resurrection capabilities in battle. Their playstyle is economy focused with a need to balance building and tech advancements to unlock the full potential of their armies. At number 12, we have Norska. Their strength lies in strong monster units and warriors, excel in raiding and sacking settlements. They gain favor from the Chaos Gods through battles, unlocking various bonuses. Their playstyle is highly aggressive and raid focused, thriving on conflict and destruction to gain divine favors. At number 13, we have the Wood Elves. Their strength lie in superior range units and mobility, strong in forest combat and can utilize the world routes to teleport between forested regions. Their playstyle is hit and run tactics, focusing on controlling and defending forested areas while using superior mobility and range. At number 14, we have the Beastmen. They excel in ambushes, have no fixed settlements and operate as hordes, making them unpredictable, strong and hit and run and guerrilla warfare. Their playstyle is nomadic and disruptive, focusing on quick movements and surprise attacks to destabilize opponents. At number 15, we have Ogre Kingdoms. Their strength lies in powerful and hard-hitting units with a focus on monstrous infantry and cavalry. They rely heavily on mercenary units and have unique mechanics related to eating and food management. Their playstyle is brutal and straightforward, with an emphasis on overwhelming power and maintaining supplies through raiding and consumption. At number 16, we have Kislev. Their strength is resilient infantry and powerful ice magic. They have a unique faith mechanic that powers their war efforts and provides various buffs. Their playstyle is defensive with a blend of tough infantry and powerful magical support, focusing on enduring and counter-attacking. At number 17 is my favorite faction, the Chaos Dwarves. Unlike their Dowie brothers, they rely on devastating war machines and strong artillery, robust infantry and access to both arcane and demonic powers. Their style, however, is also defensive with a focus on ranged firepower and industrial might, leveraging superior technology and magic to control the battlefield. At number 18, we have Grand Cathay. Their strengths lie in balanced units with unique harmony mechanic, excellent and ranged and magical combat, and strong defensive structures. Their playstyle is balanced with a focus on maintaining harmony between different types of units for bonuses, utilizing superior technology and magic for defense and control. And last but not least, we have the Vampire Coast. So their strengths is artillery and gunpowder, summoning units, naval dominance, and very strong legendary lords. Their playstyle is hybrid warfare, economic piracy, and versatile expansion. The Vampire Coast offers a distinct blend of naval prowess, undead resilience, and superior firepower, making them a unique faction in the Total War Warhammer series. So, why should you play Total War Warhammer 3? Well, 1, it is the best blend of turn-based and real-time gameplay currently in the market. It's got rich and diverse factions, expansive campaign, detailed and immersive battles, unrivaled strategic depth, and of course, one of the richest lores to draw from, which is the Warhammer Fantasy lore. It's got multiplayer and modding, and unparalleled continuous updates and DLC. Creative Assembly have supported the game with patches, updates, and DLC that expand content and refine gameplay. This ongoing development keeps the game fresh and continuously improves the roster and the experience. Anyways guys, I hope you enjoyed the video and I hope to catch you in the next one. Are you going to be playing Warhammer 3? Please let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. The Empire out.